In biblical Hebrew, Shema can mean, and the Onkelos, the Aramaic translation, right? It will depend on the context. Does it mean lekabel, to accept, or does it mean to just hear it, right? Yeah, right. Shema Koleinu, Hashem Elokeinu, right? Okay. La Briut. Okay, let's just look at, we're running out of time, let's just look at one aspect over here. We have 5 and 5 commandments, right? You look over there, that's how we have it. We have the 5 and 5 that are lined up. And we have 5 that are ben Adam lemakom, between man and God. And even the bottom one, kaved avicha v'timecha, honor your parents. That is number 5 on our first list. Even that's considered to be between man and God, because we are honoring our creators. We are honoring those who brought us to life. As the Gemara Kedushin says, there are 3 partners that are in the creation, the formation of every person. There's their mother, their father, and there is Hashem. And then the next 5 are Bein Adam L'Chaveiro, between us and our counterparts, between mankind and their friends, between mankind, and between mankind and God. And the Kli Yakar points out how they are aligned with one another. So let's look at the first.
What page?
On page 406. The first one is the first of the 10, right? Now, God spoke all of these statements saying, right? We call it, it's translated in English as the Aseret HaDibrot. The 10 commandments, we translate it. But that's not really accurate. Dibrot are utterances, sayings, statements. Because the first one is not really a commandment. There is an inherent commandment there, but it's not an actual commandment. The first is Anochi Hashem Elokecha. I am Hashem Elokecha, your God, in the singular. Again, similar to what we were discussing last week. The personal God, like we saw in Adon Olam. Asher Hotzeiticha, that I brought you out. Me'eretz Mitzrayim, from the land of Egypt. Mi Beit Avadim, from the house of bondage. And again, a bayit, a house, is personalizing it, right? Not just involved in the major things, but in your house. Elokecha, v'hu eli, v'chai go'ali, v'tzorchev li be'et sarah, as we say in Adon Olam. He is my God and my refuge and my solace and my rock.
Why this isn't a commandment? Because we're actually commanded to remember Egypt, and it's right there.
But that's not what it's telling us. It's not commanding us, thou shalt remember Egypt.
No, it's that who took you out? There should be a commandment, and we do remember Egypt.
But again, it's not worded as a commandment. But this is our fundamental belief in God as being actively engaged in this world on both the national and on the personal level. That's number 1. What is aligned with that? Number 6. What is number 6, right? 5, 5. So 1 is aligned with 6, 2 with 7, etc. What is number 6? So look on page 410, verse 13. The English actually is a poor translation. With forgiveness, I beg, from Art Scroll, from Rabbi Arthur Scroll. Lo tirtzach. The English reads, you shall not kill. That's not correct. Right? You shall not murder. Right? You shall not murder. So what is, well, a couple of questions. First of all, what is this alignment between Lo tirtzach and Anochi Hashem Elokecha, and I am Hashem your God? And you would think that, if God's finally going to pierce through all the levels of the heavens and going to pierce through and appear in our physical realm, right? He'll have something a little bit more surprising, a little bit more, a little less obvious than lo tirtzach, then you shouldn't murder, right? Right? Isn't that obvious, right? Isn't that a given, right? But in fact, we look at the world today and we take for granted so many things that the Torah has infused into the world, but that was not where the world was. Right? Go back to the Romans, right? So we enjoy watching football on Sunday afternoon. And what's happening in football? It's a war. It's a war game trying to conquer territory and get right all the way into the other team, the other nation, the other people's right land. That's what it is. Well, the Romans had their Sunday afternoon war games also, and that was murder. That's what's happening in the Colosseum. That's what was going on with people being thrown, right, and all their games that were going on. It was literally murder for entertainment, and go just as far. Well, throughout the world today, you have ISIS, who feel it's great to murder, and they're proud to murder. And you put it up onto and you upload it onto YouTube so everyone can see the beheading. And you go back to World War II, beyond the context of the war, but Jews, gypsies, right? Murder. Right? Life was worthless. And along comes the Torah, and it aligns lo tirtzach with Anochi Hashem Elokecha. I am Hashem Elokecha, your God. Meaning, what is the parallel that we're drawing over here? That there is this Tselem Elokim. There is this spark of God. There is this godliness in every human being. And therefore, lo tirtzach is not simply telling us not to murder, but it is to recognize the tselem Elokim, the image of God, the literal spark of God, breath of God, that is inside every human being. And therefore, lo tirtzach. With that we can understand how the sages extend this, not just to murder, but they say that if you embarrass someone else, you humiliate someone, the blood drains from their face. Ki'ilu hargo, our sages teach us. It's as if you killed that person. It's as if you've murdered that person. Why? Because they have this Anochi Hashem Elokecha. Because they have that Tselem Elokim. They have that image of God in them. How can you treat this godly creature with such disregard, with such disrespect, to humiliate that person publicly, to embarrass that person? When the Torah tells us, you should give rebuke to your friend, but don't carry a sin with it. Don't do it in a way that you will be sinning by overstepping, right? By not being cognizant of the Tselem Elokim, of the image of God. So lo tirtzach is aligned with Anochi Hashem Elokecha. don't murder, don't humiliate. Rav Isaac Sher takes it a step further, right? Recognize your own Tselem Elokim. Don't humiliate yourself. Don't sell yourself short. Recognize that you've got this Tselem Elokim. There's a beautiful, beautiful teaching in Pirkei Avot that a person, Chayav Adam Lomar, a person is obligated to say, Bishvili Nivra Ha'olam. The world was created for me. Did you know that? Did you know the world was created for me? Did you know that? Do you realize what a privilege you have that you're sitting here at a class in front of someone that the world was created for me? Right? It sounds very, very haughty. Of course, you have to say the world was created, right? We're in the presence of Aaron. The world was created for him, right? Right? Everyone. Right? But it seems to be, now I walk around, the world was created for me, out of my way. I should wait online in the supermarket? Out of my way, I'm here. The world was created for me. So I heard in the name of the Lubavitcher Rebbe a very, very beautiful explanation. We say Chayav Adam Lomar. A person is obligated to say. You hear that? It's an obligation. I'm obligated to say the world was created for me. Meaning, that is a heavy obligation. If I'm obligated to say the world's created for me, then it means I need to look around and say, what am I doing to justify my being here? So we recognize, right? Lo tirtzach, don't murder oneself. Don't murder anyone, including oneself. Not just chas v'sholom talking about a suicide. But don't stifle your potential. Don't stifle.
It says, Abba leorgecha ashkem leorgo. Abba leorgecha ashkem leorgo.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Yeah.
It means that
if someone's coming to kill you, so then you can save your life by taking that person's life. Right? That's why we don't want to say don't kill. There are times where you must kill. Right? Murder is something else. Right? But yes, right? So you have to make sure, right? Chayecha kodem. Right? That your life will take precedence in such a case. Right? So you have to realize your own value. And the responsibility, the chayav adam lomar, the responsibility that goes along with that to make sure that each and every one of us is being as impactful as we possibly can for this world that was created for us, for that which we can.
And a little bit more was Hashem created the world for everything that we need, and also everything we don't need, and we have to work that out.
Okay? Okay?
And a
yeah.
secondary thing of Lo Tirtzah, how you said, Ani Anochi Hashem, who took you out of the land of Egypt, and the control of all the nano and the personal. So it kind of says, Lo Tirtzah, that's all those controls are reserved to Hashem. You don't go around thinking
Okay. Okay.
You know, that you're not controlling that.
Okay.
The killing or the dying, or that's
Yeah.
reserved to Hashem.
Okay.
That's secondary, of course, if it's
Okay.
all key, but
Good. So we started with Yitro, the Kohen Midian, and as Rachel said that was a badge of honor for him. Why is it a badge of honor? Because of that transformation that he went through, right? And Moshe always keeping that focus of we're on this journey. We are the travelers over here. To always make sure that we are utilizing this gift to be as transformative as possible. And the very first of the Bein Adam Lamakom and Bein Adam L'Chaveiro is about that Tselem Elokim that is of Hashem, that is in us, that is in every person, and therefore to make sure that we are lo tirtzach, making sure we're not murdering on any level that it is, and making sure that we recognize that the chayav, that the obligation that we have, about this world being created for us, to make sure that we are transformative and that we do have our effect on, as much as we can, on those that are around us.
Does Lashon Hara
Yes,
come
Shakar.
under that too?
We should not speak Lashon Hara.
From that also, because that's kind of like murder.
Well, when it leads to embarrassment, yeah.
Rabbi Ciner,
Yes.
The second commandment, you shall not, or third, no, the third, you shall not make yourself a carved image, nor any likeness of that which is in the heavens above, or on the earth below, or in the water beneath the earth. Of course,